The way to make crypto better is to create more winners. You need people to have a better experience. It's like if you go to a slot machine and you never win, you're not going to play. If you're playing a game, whether it be chess or video games, and you always lose, you don't want to participate in a system that's rigged against you. And crypto is rigged against the average holder. And everybody's figured out that the goal of crypto is to find a community to be your exit liquidity. That's what the goal is. Everybody's seeking to do that. And the problem is that's changed us from, instead of trying to find good ideas, business ideas, or, inventions, utilities, whatever, to get behind and support, we're just purely chasing speculation and trying to find where we think everybody's going to go so that we can get there early and then dump. And so that's what has caused so much damage across the board of crypto, and we all realize it. So what's the answer? The answer is very simple. It's the opposite of every problem that you're facing. Whale dominance is causing all of these problems. What do we need to do? We need to balance that. We need to not get rid of it, but we need to balance whale dominance with the community. We need to balance wealth distribution. So if all the value is going towards the whales who sell, we need value, significant value, going towards the whales who hold. We need significant value going towards the community. And if we are only rewarded for selling on top of each other, then you take a community and you divide all of them against each other. And now I'm working against you, right? To try to dump on you before you do, on top of a bunch of people that get in after me. That's not a community. That's not a good setup. And that's where the value incentives is. We need value incentives attached to the success of the project, more than just the offering of more tokens or utility revenue or hoping for a pump off of, more community that comes in and provides exit liquidity. So the liquidity that comes in needs to be fueling incentives for the future success of the project so that the community can be rewarded for working together to cause the project to succeed. If there is value attached to it, people are going to chase it. So if all the value is attached to the short-term speculation, people are going to chase speculation. They're not going to care about each other, not going to care about the project. Why should they if the value's not there? But if you can have significant value attached to a timeline, a delayed timeline, or the future success of the project, now people can work towards value that they know is there, whether it be a small holder or a big holder. We need more fair wealth distribution. We need to unite communities, not divide them against each other and who sells first at the highest, but unite them in who holds the longest, who puts in the most effort, and who works together to grow a project. You should be rewarded for that. Right now, you get the strongest community. They're working to provide exit liquidity for the whales who sell. That's not a good model, and it puts the whales at odds with the success of the project, right? The whales are incentivized and rewarded to sell. If you're a whale, if I'm a whale, being a whale is not a bad thing unless you're like doing something dishonest. But if you have $100,000 or $1 million, why would you not take that profit? And then at that point, you're basically hurting that community, you're hurting the charts, you're hurting the sentiment, and you're greatly decreasing the likelihood that that project will be able to succeed. That's the current system that people are uniting around in crypto. And so whether it be for gambling, or whether it be like a meme coin or a degen coin, altcoin, or whether it be a utility, there is a better model that when the value comes in, it goes out in a way that unites communities and aligns them to work together to grow the project. We do not have this system right now. And so, I'm Crypto Control, and we're going to be bringing these models to DeFi to show them better value distribution, better value incentives can unite communities and have a far greater impact across the board. So take a project, 5 to 10% win. 90% of most communities are losing value to the 5 to 10% that get in early and dump their bags. So we want to change that. How much can we increase that? 20%, 30%, 40% of a community that's winning? That's a better experience. You're going to be more happy to participate in cryptos if you are at least getting your money back, or if you have significant value to fall back on. So there is extreme room for improvement in terms of value distribution and incentives. And the most important thing out of all of this, which I'm most excited about what we're doing with Control Token, Control Chain, and the Control Protocol, is to get people to stop chasing using each other as exit liquidity, not caring about the idea, not caring if it's a meme coin, butt coin, it doesn't matter, but to actually chase ideas based on whether or not they're good, whether or not they're valuable to society. If we collectively stop chasing crap coins and we start chasing good ideas, we will elevate a competition to set a higher standard for everybody across the board to chase ideas where people will actually care about whether or not a project is actually likely to succeed and whether or not they're supporting an idea that's actually beneficial to society. And that way we can greatly mature within crypto if we can change the value distribution to not only be speculative, which is exactly how it is right now, but to actually balance it between speculation short term and the long term success of the project, so that communities can actually decide, do I like this idea or do I not? Do I want to leave or do I want to stay? But it's not that all the values in the short term, so there is no decision between, do I want 100 grand now or not, or nothing in the future, probably, when the reoccurring pattern across crypto is that everything dumps, right? So everybody knows everything dumps and dies. That's because the value distribution that's how it's laid out. But if we can start to change that and people can say, I know I've got significant value in the future, but I've also got significant value right now. And that allows for me to make a true decision on whether or not I actually believe in this project, whether or not I actually think they can succeed. And if I don't, I have the ability to have liquidity that I can exit with. But if I do, I have the ability to have liquidity that whether the project succeeds or not, there's value left in me supporting it. The current system doesn't leave any value left in supporting and staying behind. And we're experiencing that pattern over and over again, pump and dump and dump, pump and dump, and it's just over and over again, right? Is that pattern, are we doomed to experience that pattern forever? No. Change the value distribution, change the incentives, balance whale dominance, balance liquidity, and you can see a better DeFi, and that's what we're doing. So if you guys want to know more, you can join our seed round for our blockchain, which is going to provide new liquidity systems that allow for you as a creator to choose how long you want your project to last, how much of the winners you want to be from selling, and how much of the winners you want to be from holding. And you can basically increase the percentage of how much of your community is going to win. Because right now, the design is not good for communities. This is not about community. This is about a system that sacrifices communities. We need a system that benefits communities. We need to balance this and fix this. If we don't, DeFi is never going to change. So we have those solutions, and we are bringing those to Twitter. And if you guys want to participate in the Control protocol, then feel free to join us at controltoken.net or seed.controltoken.net to join the pre-sale. And we are also going to be launching a new project on Solana very soon as well.